Welcome to Krav Life. I'm Paul Simos, and today on Train to Fight, we have a special guest, Mr. Idan Abolnik, and he's going to be discussing his Kalah system and the controversy going on with Dojo Life, and it should be a really, really good show. So I want you to know that you're not alone. We do have here at Krav Life, we have a community of Kravists, and we call it our Krav Life Community Network. And it's where we share tips and tricks and learn from each other. If you want to be part of this free community, you can just go to mykravlife.com, hit community, and join it for free. So without further ado, here is Mr. Idan Abolnik. So, welcome, sir. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Thank you. Thank you for having me again. All good. Thank God.
Yeah, not a problem. So, for the people that don't know who you are, can you give us a little bit of your background and how you got started in the self-defense field? Where did it all begin for you?
Okay, my name is Idan Abolnik. I'm the head instructor of Kalah system. I born in Israel, south of Israel, small city called Beersheba. I joined to the IDF at the age of 18. I joined to one of the most respected unit, Golani. I've been in Lebanon. I've been West Bank, Gaza, etc. Done a lot of operation in my time. Work also a lot with the Secret Service when I be in my army time. Then I finished my duty in the army. Work with a lot of security forces in Israel. Done a lot of cross protection project around the world, and I find myself in 2003 in South Africa, and this is where Kalah system, like I say all the time, all glory to God, start. And here we go, 18 years after, over 31 countries now, 31 countries, more or less. I traveling around the world, train law enforcement, special forces, and lots of Krav Maga practitioner, Krav Maga instructor, Krav Maga school, and sector. And that's it, basically.
It's quite a long history. And so, in what year did you develop Kalah? Like what in and around what year? You said it developed in South Africa.
2003, exactly. 2003. Yeah.
So in 2003, and since then you've been working on developing Kalah. And what makes Kalah like different or special from other systems?
Okay, Kalah is not more special or different. I like to say more realistic. This is what we try to say. So Kalah, I think it's more realistic from other system. I think it's more, let's say, more on really close contact. So everything it's really close distance. I think realism. I think it's much more realistic in a sense we really train aggressive as possible, and little bit more, let's say, a little bit more extreme from most club or organization. And I think we also dealing with situations. I think other self-defense organizations, and we try to actually to welcome to reality to our door, and I think we always in a process to learn and to try to have a chance to survive. So I think we really believe self-defense is a is all about surviving. It's not about winning or let's say it's not about cool move or short, short solution for extreme situations. So I think this is what Kalah bring to the self-defense industry.
Okay, and so is the reality of Kalah, is that, like, how long were you thinking about it before it developed? So was that something that you were thinking about even back in Israel in your time in the special forces, that the training had to be more realistic, or is it something that developed after you reached South Africa?
Look, I have a problem. I don't have a personal problem. When I say problem, I talk about professional problem. I have the professional problem with Krav Maga in my military time in Golani Unit, and the problem I have, it's when we go to Krav Maga training, the army, or even after in the security forces in Israel. So it's always be like, I remember one incident, and this is when I say, okay, why it's like that? I make it short. I remember the instructor asked to volunteer, so I put my hands and I be volunteer. So I explain about how to defend against knife ice pick, and he explained about 5-7 minutes slow, and then he said to me in Hebrew, okay, now you can attack fast. So look, you said to me I can attack, then I will attack. I will attack properly, of course, with a plastic knife and attack, and it's finished very bad. He finished on the floor with the 15 stabs, and after I find myself get punished like I don't know, and this I start to feel a little bit okay. I understand, and this is when I start to say, okay, this is basically let's call this the big hole in the Krav Maga, So yeah, this is when I start to what can be better in regard of how to protect yourself. And like I said, 2003, God opened more my eyes, more in my heart, and this is where everything started. Yeah.
So you kind of got the idea that even though you attacked your instructor with full ferocity, like you were asked to, he obviously didn't defend himself properly, or the whatever technique he was teaching didn't work. Do you think that is a problem that is systemic through all of not just Krav Maga but all martial arts? Like, are we practicing in a way that's going to make us think that we can defend ourselves, but we actually can't?
No, I'll tell you what is the problem. It's a problem if I go back again to this instructor. So I remember the 5 minutes or 7 minutes when he explained this law, how his move is it's be so neat and so really amazed, And when I attack fast and aggressive, okay, I don't be like in a feeling, oh look, I stabbed you 15 times. No, I just expect from a guy call himself his instructor, and he teach unit like Golani, and he teach special forces, and he teach. I expect him from instructor in that level. Okay, so somebody now resist you a little bit and stab you or whatever. Fight for that, At least I don't know. Show me fight. Don't shout and say stop, 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 and then you call me name. I'm crazy. I'm aggressive. I get punished. I don't realize why I get punished. I mean, you ask me to attack fast. I think this is the majority problem in a self-defense. Not all, but majority. It is. Like I say, I travel around the world for so many years. I don't see one Krav Maga school or one Krav Maga practitioner. I see hundreds of them. Okay, I see people come from big organization. I see people come with certificates, say expert level 2, and okay, you're expert. Let's see what you have. Okay, let's see, and then you attack them realistically, and the guy literally freeze or he don't know what to do. So I don't say it's the problem is the guy. I say it's the problem of the little bit. And I'm not talking about now the root of the warrior Imi. Okay, I don't know him. I salute him, what he done to our country. I pray for him, but you have a problem. Any system around the world is not perfect. Not Kalah, nothing. But I think when you give up, or when you teach something so clean, and then little bit resistance, and what you teach, it's even I cannot apply this 1% or 2%, then yeah, we have a huge problem, definitely.
Okay, and so, do you think that's because that we're seeing a lot of that sort of thing because systems like Krav Maga moved out of the military and out into the civilian world, and it's sort of trying to cater to the biggest number of people? So, because if you're really aggressive with a lot of people, they just don't come back. Do you think it's the business side that's making it this way, or was it always like that?
Okay, so let me say, the Krav Maga never be so effective in the IDF or in the Israeli Special Forces or combat unit. It's never be, the techniques never be, everybody thinks every soldier in the IDF is a hand-to-hand combat machine. It's not that. Krav Maga it's not a tool to give to the soldier to be expert with hand-to-hand. And thank God it's not like that, okay? Thank God, because with this level of techniques, what the teaching, it will be disaster. So thank God, okay? It's more to give this aggressive, be focused on mission and sector. It's more I call this the aggression, the physical part. It's not the technical part, okay? I don't have a problem with the physical part of Krav Maga. I mean, to I always say that let's little bit use a slang to F up someone, everyone can do it, and I understand it's important in the military, the combat soldier, I can tell you, it's important. It's important you need to think under stress, and you need to know how to shoot under stress, and you need to go into the room under stress, and you need to feel tired and confused, it's important. But if you have this level of aggression and you're aggressive and your technical ability is almost zero, then it's absurd. It's not make sense. What's happened to Krav Maga around the world it's not a secret. It's definitely money making. It's definitely business first, money first, business first. Okay, not effective first. No, money, business, and I'm telling you, when people, directors, they call themselves, of other organizations, come train with me, I used to say that almost like underground. Idan, they just don't take video because they're not allowed. If they see me in Kalah, they will fire me. But I love your sister. It's like a mafia, literally. It's like I have another guy from Germany many years ago. Okay, he invited me, one of the director, to do a seminar in Germany. The other director of him said, "What, you invite Idan?" Yeah, I like the system. It's look effective. Then they take him out from the board of directors. It's and like I say, I see hundreds of practitioners of Krav Maga. When you attack them, how they want to be attacked. One repetition, one slow, one knife attack. I don't know what, one punch, one whatever. Like working, unbelievable. Okay. When you now let's little bit put spice, little bit. Let's see what you can do. Then the result is not good. And how many instructors of Krav Maga you have around the world? How much expert level you have around the world? So yeah, it's a business. Nobody will convince me else.
Yeah. Okay. And so, how do you? So take the business out. So do you think that that Krav Maga, especially in the military, focused on aggression first, right? You said that it focused on aggression because that's the attitude that the soldiers need, and very little on technique. Do you think it's because they don't have a lot of time to train, and the aggression is the more important part that'll keep them alive?
Yeah, I think first, right, they don't have a time. Second, I think whoever he is writes the curriculum to build the program to become a combat soldier or special forces. He say, okay, most of the time this soldier will face firepower. Okay, so let's more focus on what they will face more. So it's not a secret. Hand-to-hand combat skill not so important. And I can tell you that this tell me also one of the instructor many years ago in the anti-terror school or TAR unit when I visited in Israel, and I tell him, he come to me, say, Dan, please teach me how you do it here, how you doing here, and I said to him, Mr. Whatever, I don't want to mention his name, X, so what you do in the Lotar unit, what you do in the hand-to-hand combat? And it's exactly what you say now. You say, we need to rush the soldier. We don't have a time. More aggression, more to hit, more, mental to build. Okay, 100%. So yeah, you how you said that, bullseye, definitely.
Okay. So obviously, like Kalah uses aggression as well. So how do you balance aggression with technique? So how do you guys, how do you introduce the student to that?
100%. So first of all, what I do to make sure I have also high level of principle of defense, I like to test any move I present to my student, to myself. I like to test it on myself with a bigger guy, with a guy resist me, and I like to do this move 5 times. Okay, if I manage to win all these 5 times, then I have a problem with my partner. Then I tell him, listen, you are playing with me and you're not resisting me, because it's impossible for me always to win 5 times. It's just impossible. Okay, if I manage to, let's say, to survive 3 out of 5, that for me is a good technical. It's a good combination of technical and aggression. Okay, this is, I say, okay, 3 times out of 5 is good, 100%. If I do the move and I manage to do 1 from 5, this is not relevant to reality. I cannot afford to teach these people. Okay, so I first of all test each of the move in that way, no matter if it's hand-to-hand, knife, gun defense, stick, ground, name it. Okay, so this is, I think, the way, okay, to test if you have a good aggression, very good, and you have a good, nothing is perfect, if you have a good principle of defense.
Okay, and so that's how you choose the techniques that make it into the Kalah system. And how do you train your students to get to that level? Because if you take someone that's brand new right off the street, you can't be, well, you can be completely aggressive with them, but they may not learn that way. They may not stay with you long enough to learn the self-defense. How do you deal with that, or do you even care about that?
Okay, first of all, definitely I care about that. Second, okay, I don't see the pockets I don't see the wallet of the student in front of my eyes. Yeah, so so for me, I don't say to myself, okay, how I will keep the student now for the next 2 years. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, a student coming into a new student coming to the class, I will first of all ask him, what is your goal? What you want from me? Why you here? First of all, I want for him to understand if he really want to learn self-defense, okay, or you're looking for more fitness, okay, or you look more for I don't know what. And it's happened. Some people come, hey, Idan, I come here, I see it, the video on Facebook, it's cool. I want to be in shape. I want to if you can show me 1 or 2 or 3 move, then I know this is not for him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, I selective very much the people coming to the class. Not everyone coming and can join to the class. Second, the people willing to stay, okay, I need to show them the reality in the face, not Kalah. So I'm not showing them Kalah. I show them footage. If I live in South Africa, then I show them footage, CCTV footage. Okay, let's look how knife attack look in reality.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look how gunpoint, look how it look bar fighting. So first of all, for them to understand what is reality. Okay,
Right.
so I find out when people see this raw footage in the face, so everybody from a smiling and giggling, suddenly you hear quiet, and we stop, and I ask question. One question I ask how we will deal with that. How you think you will deal with that, and what is your chance? What is the chance we will be able to survive?
Mm-hmm.
This is the first 2 questions. I ask, and then when we start, okay, they not forget what they see 5 minutes ago. So I am not say we coming to the first class and we start to smash the student and start to I don't know what people call abuse or whatever,
Yeah.
but we start in a standard when from the first class you feel little bit the shock, the resistance. There's that. If some people don't come back, definitely, because again, the people follow me on Facebook. I said that many years. Self-defense is not for everyone. I can take a guy and make him happy and make him to feel good for years. No problem. It's easy to do it. Very easy. Not in Kalah.
Okay. So basically you set the student up so that they know exactly what's coming, right? So there's never any shock when they're training that all of a sudden it's really aggressive. They kind of have an idea of what's coming down the road.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So talking about that, Kalah does have a reputation of being more aggressive and sounds like misinterpreted. And there's like, videos and stuff like that that circulate that show the aggression level, and some people, like you said, could turn or think that is abuse, right? What do you have to say to like those type of people that are considering it abuse, that way of training?
Okay, first of all, I will understand, and I say that from my heart, I will understand every person who watch this video from outside. I understand it look like, really, these guys are abusing the students. These are evil people. They are just bullying. I understand. If I don't have any background, or I see this video, I'm like, what's fucking going on here? Okay, so first of all, I understand them. I'm not cross for them. I'm not cross on them, definitely. But to say we abuse, I think this is when you need to hear the other side of the story, or to see the other side of the coin. And the other side of the coin is, okay, if you see, if you talk about the particular video, I think when all this McDojo be explored and everything, it's one of our school in Switzerland, I think, yeah, when the man holding the woman, okay, and he smack her on the face, like, I think 3 times, if I'm not mistaken, okay, a good slap in the face, and then he pull a knife, and then, okay, and if you talk about this, let's say this video, if you talk about Julia, her name is Julia, okay, the woman. Julia trained for so many years in Kalah. And in Kalah, like in anything in life, you have a level, okay? So you're climbing the level. Like in martial arts, you have a level. Like in Krav Maga, you have level. Also in Kalah. We just don't have belts and we don't have patches, but definitely you're climbing the level, okay? This particular class, okay, Julia said to the instructor, okay, I really want to be pushed more. I want to be pushed more. I want you abuse me. I want you to slap me, and I want to see if I'm be able, when I feel this shock, if I can still hold my emotion down, if I can still keep my arms up, and if I can still see if the knife coming out, okay? Mm-hmm. Julia, she's working she's a nurse in a hospital, and she's dealing with quite a sensitive patient. And this woman, she got to be the last woman on earth will allow to anyone to abuse. Mm-hmm. And all our students, women and men, okay, they have, and they know that the door always open. Nobody force them to go to that level, okay? Mm-hmm. But if we arriving to such as a level and you say, these are not, I don't want to go this level, then I will say, then you need to leave. Why you need to leave? Because in reality, I think you will not go to be able to defend yourself in such extreme situation.
Okay. So if the person can't move up to the next level, basically you're saying, well, I've taught you everything that I can teach you because you can't move to the next level, so it'd be better to go somewhere else. Is that the idea?
He can go to anywhere you want to. He can go, mm-hmm. But I will definitely, I will say I'm not going to continue to train him on that level. He's stuck for I don't know what, okay, for another 2 years or 3 years. So what is happened to me with my Bible on my heart? Maybe it's happened to me 1-2 students in a period of 18 years. So it's mean when people arrive to that level, everybody keen to go through that, let's say, to that extreme, okay? The other two are just basically, okay, this is not for you, and you're free to go to do anything else. Yeah.
So by the time they're at that level where they want that, is what you're saying. They want to be pushed to that high level of training, right?
You have a time. They want, and they know. Okay, they know what they got to, what we expect from a man and a woman. Let's say after 1 year and a half or 2 years, what is going to be the next level? Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it sounds like you have a complete system that progresses the student from a very beginner level all the way up to that sort of advanced level. Then.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's always been like that.
So what do you think is, why do you think an organization like Dojo Life and people that think that way, like why do you think they had a problem with this?
Look, I think if you ask me, I think, look, I don't mind people give review on any system, including Kalah. Really, be free. Be free to give, okay, that not go to work because X, Y, Z. Everybody have all the right to review and to comments. Absolutely, is not a problem, okay? I think what's happened with McDojo and why McDojo a little bit go more advanced on Kalah, because I think it's the first time of all these videos he done, he gets a lots. If you don't know the full story of the coin, but he gets a lots of people. Even if I don't know the people, obviously, Kalah now have almost over 300,000 followers, and I talk about organic followers. So I think he gets a lot of response what he not accept. So he, first of all, even the lady herself, Julia, contact him and say, let me to talk. You tell me they're abusing me. Let me to talk. I'm the person there. Let me to talk. So no, she's not talking. People tell him from all around the world, okay, how it's not what he say. It's not true and I think he take it a little bit more personally. Then he say, okay. So I think what's happening with McDojo, if you ask me, it's get out from control. It's get out from control from his side because he say, okay, you know what? Let's surely done what's happened to him in 2006 when it's be already in court, when I be already, I call this be judge, not be any case against me, when everything legally be done. What I, the first guy, put this on Facebook to say, I done A, B, C, D, E, F, G, okay? Not hiding behind any wall, okay? So I think he tried to open wounds again because obviously, how he called to my followers? He calls them mimos because a lot of minions or whatever, I don't know in English, okay? So a lot of people obviously, and he said, okay, let me open wounds for there. He shoot a student and then he talk about, I am a fraud. I have all the messages here from people from USA, be in the seminar, okay, finish the seminar, finish the instructor. So I think he just basically lost it. And I told him, and I've been a live video with him on Instagram, explain to me about Julia, and I talk nicely and explain, but I don't think his followers are, let's say, mature or mature combat soldier. I think there are more children. I don't know how many children be there, and every say F you and F that and F that. So, this is be pointless for me to continue on live video when everybody just swear and not talk even logic. Even if you have something to say against, talk logic, talk to the topics we are talking. And that's it. So I myself, I want to live it. I really want to live it. But my followers and my lawyer, you see, I don't know, I'm surrounding, all glory to God, with people like so much loves the system. And some of them are very good advocate and lawyer. And they even say, Dan, you can live it. We're not living it. Okay, so it's in a stage now when it's that's it. It will go to court because how he done that with this Mr. Salvador, what half of the story is the Mr. of the USA, what the half of the story, and of mistake I done what I'm the first guy put it on Facebook loud and clear. Even the guy, even the men, when I done the incident to him, the man called me 1 year ago. He said, Dan, I'm so sorry what people do to you because of that incident. I say, you don't need to be sorry. It's all good, okay? And that's it. I think I'm not going to talk about this more because unfortunately, I'm not want to disturb any of the lawyers and advocate job, and that's it.
Yeah. So just, without going into too much detail, for our viewers that don't know about which incident you're talking about with the shooting, can you just really quickly just talk about what happened so that they can understand the context of what you were saying?
Yes. So in 2006, I think not 2005 or 2006, I have a class, a Kalah class, and then we finished the class, and then this particular guy asked me if I can show him gun defense. He take a gun. I don't realize it's a real gun. I thought it's one of these because we have a lots of airsoft gun. I mean the proper one, the iron material. He points the gun, I disarm the gun, I rack and I press the trigger, and a bullet comes through to his stomach. And that's it. I give the first aid, call to the ambulance or the police. I give him a treatment. The paramedics say the treatment saved his life. I say about just 10 minutes ago, I almost take his life. Make the story short, this is what's happened. I think short story, this is what's happened. Yeah. The rest is not so important.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that since then you've put in safety protocols to make sure that
Not only that. First of all, after this incident, I think I take about 3 years. I cannot teach no one. So I take 3 years. First of all, I lost everything after this incident. I lost my family. I lost everything. And I deserve that. And I think even more. I think minimum 3 years. Minimum 3 years. I could not teach. I literally returned back to play drums. This is what I done. I could not teach. Nothing for 3 years. But after 3 years, I don't know. I listen to God, and God tell me this is the calling, and this is what I need to do. And I return back, and that's it. And of course, the percussion now. Of course, we learn so much. So first of all, we all our how it's called this, all our airsoft gun are marked with to know this is not a real gun. All the real guns when we coming, so we have in our proper safe when everybody can put the gun in the safe. Okay. Maybe you ask yourself why is the real gun not being the safe in the first incident? Because it's been completely maybe 1 week or even 5 days new studio, and it's be like basically it just be beginning. Even we just start to put the floor. I remember the mattress, but it's not excuse. If you ask yourself why it's not be safe in the beginning, because this incident happened exactly when we start this with the new studio. And that's it. So, and like society, like people, when you're still small and nobody know about you, so nobody talk about that. But when you start, to go up and succeed, then people say, okay, let's try to remind him what he done in 2006. I already talk about that, but yeah. Anyway, I'm always say, I say, what's happened to me? It's disgusting. It's unbelievable. But I always say, you have units in the army, special forces, USA, Israel, name it. Okay, accident also happens there, and not because accident happen in unit, you cannot say, this unit are not good. No, it's a bullshit. Okay, it's a bullshit. Okay, the unit is very good, and you should to go to this unit if they have good training and they are it's important to see if the unit learn from that safety mistake happen and the change the procedures or stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear, and thankfully there was no loss of life. So thank God for that. But yeah, so you've put in the safety protocols to make sure that a live weapon is no longer on the floor that way.
Absolutely.
Good. So I want to thank you for coming on. Right. It's been very enlightening. Like I told you before the interview, that it's always important to get both sides of the story if you can before passing judgment. Right. And hopefully this will clear up some of the misconceptions, and doesn't mean people will change their minds, but at least if they understand, right, I think is important. And we need to talk and understand each other.
Look, I want to say something before we finish. I really, with all the respect for the people, I have a target and I have a vision, and no one will stop this vision. I mean, I know people have their own opinion, and people, and make dojo and all these things. I go little bit much more rough things in my life, from make dojo or that comment or this person opinion to that person opinion. Okay, and I say I give to advice to people. Okay, before you judge somebody else personally, not professionally. Professionally is not a problem. Before you judge someone else personally, sit. It will take you 10 seconds to think what is your mistake and what is your sin in your life before you say to X, Y, Z. Just 10 seconds it will take. 10, not even more, because, I'm sure if I dig to every one pass, all these experts and all these people, what I know personally of the leaders of people mark us because of that, and I know the guy mark us. If I need to say, if I be a horrible person and a bad person, and I need to say what this man done, oh my God, I think that the self-defense industry got to be shake, okay, and they don't believe. So I say one thing: professionally, you have all the right to do X, Y, Z, whatever you want. But if you start your personal things, personal attack, before you attack someone personally, sit with yourself 10 seconds and start to think about what you've done in your lifetime, the bad things. I think you will think just a little bit different.
Yep. All right, sir. If someone wanted to get in contact with you, what's the best way to get involved with Kalah training?
I think the best is to go to the website kalahworld.com. kalahworld.com. Then you can leave an email. Then we will definitely go to contact him.
Perfect. All right, sir. Thank you for coming on, and you have yourself a good day. All right.
Have a good day. God bless you guys. Thank you so much.
Bless you too.
Thank you. Bye.